That was a pain in the ass. Oh, man. So,
some dude's playing a guitar and singing about Nazis. I was like, damn it! It just left!
So, hopefully everybody sees that I'm live after I just messed that up. Sorry about that. I went live with the wrong camera orientation, so I had to switch it up. So, back in Washington, D.C., there you go. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, went live with the camera the wrong direction. So, back in D.C., just wanted to report on what's happening today. I'm sure you guys are exhausted by the news lately. We've been talking about a lot the Charlie Kirk incident and how the White House is being extremely quiet now that they found out that the reason that this kid assassinated Charlie Kirk. What's up, Mike? Oh, you're the one in here. All right, cool. You're finding out now the reason that this kid assassinated Charlie Kirk. Some more facts have come out. He didn't think Charlie Kirk was MAGA enough. He didn't think he was conservative enough. That's why apparently this kid decided to kill Charlie Kirk. And Nick Fuentes is now completely freaked out, calling for no violence. He says if anybody, because he found out that this kid is one of his fans. The kid that killed Charlie Kirk is big into 4chan, these really, really fringe, right-wing, I don't know what you call them. What the hell are they called anymore? Chat rooms. Now, they used to be called chat rooms. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. So he's on 4chan, and a huge, somewhere along the lines, like apparently this kid was a good kid, and somewhere along the lines over the last couple of years, he got radicalized by Nick Fuentes. The right obviously wanted to blame us for it instantly, like they always do. They're now scrubbing their Twitter posts of any accusations that the Democrats did it. And this to me proves how fractured the MAGA movement really is. They're killing each other. We got right on right crime right now going on. Somebody said that today. It actually makes a lot of sense. We got a lot of right on right crime going on recently. So, now the White House is extremely quiet. They lost I think they were going to make Charlie Kirk president one day. I think that's why they're so upset and giving him the presidential treatment. I mean, he got to ride on Air Force 2 with the vice president. His wife gave this huge speech like he was some kind of civil rights. They're calling him a civil rights leader. They're comparing him to Martin Luther King. Like, this shit is out crazy. Putting it together, yeah. It's been nuts, dude. My Facebook account, my Instagram account blew up over the last couple of days because of the Charlie Kirk coverage. I knew it was one of them. It was scary at first to think that this could possibly, because they were talking about Civil War, blah, blah, blah. When they found out it was one of them, they ended up canceling the Civil War. He wasn't the correct demographic. They were hoping it was a Latino. The freaking governor of Utah even came out and said, I was really hoping it wasn't one of us. Like, what the fuck does that mean? That shit blew me away. But they gave Charlie Kirk the royal treatment. Air Force 2, they're talking about building a statue. They want us to display his body, not a body, but casket in the rotunda. And they're talking about possibly, this is a rumor, not verified yet, trying to bury him at Arlington National Cemetery. So if you are a veteran or have anybody that's been a veteran or you have somebody that's died during a war, just so you know, Charlie Kirk will be the first Nazi ever buried at Arlington National Cemetery. As far as I know, anyway. Typically, we save it for people that fight for democracy, not the ones that are trying to rip it apart. But yeah, sorry about that, Pamela. I apologize. I went live before. You got it on YouTube. If you can't flip it midstream, so you got to pick you got to pick portrait or landscape before you, and I picked the wrong one. So I had to make a new studio real quick. Got to go ahead and delete that one. But no, you guys, I'm just glad I'm so happy to be here, dude. I got Jolly Good Ginger. Jolly Good Ginger's here. Sorry, my guy music kicking in. Matt's still here, USMC Angry Veteran. I got to meet Who is King Triv, who's been on our show, Dave Marquise. If you guys haven't followed him, he's freaking amazing. So it's been a good day, man. Seeing all the people that it's so cool meeting people that you feel like you already know them. when you see their videos and they put their heart and soul into their videos, like when you meet them, you feel like you already know about them. You know what I mean? So it's really cool. It's a really cool experience. And don't forget, next month, Mike, we'll be up there together. Mike is probably encourage him to stream on one of his platforms, like probably, I'm guessing Instagram would be the best one, and then I'll be streaming on YouTube. So we'll have 2 different live streams going of the next No Kings Day protest, which is supposed to be the next nationwide one. The last time there was a No Kings protest nationwide, over 10 million people were in the streets, peacefully, mind you. That's what pisses me off about the right. Like, I'm sure a lot of you remember that day if you participated, or, I mean, did you guys hear about riots? Did we storm any buildings? Did we try and kill anyone? No. Millions of Americans were in the streets peacefully. And we can't, for some reason, the right is so fractured, they're actually killing them. They're killing each other. That shit's crazy, man. That shit's crazy. Like, how radical. Like, I get being stuck in a bubble, because that's why another reason I like getting out is because, like, when you stay in this media bubble, social media, you see the same shit, horrible shit all the time. He just got sucked into a really, really bad group of people. They're called Groypers. I don't know if you guys know this, but so if anybody on the right wants to point fingers, please, by all means, point them at Charlie or Nick Fuentes, because he's the reason this happened. He is the reason this happened. Nick Fuentes went on his show, on his podcast, because Nick Fuentes is just a little fucking bitch who sits behind a computer and talks shit, which is what we do. But as you can see, I'm not in my office. Like, we actually put ourselves out there in the streets. So Nick Fuentes saw Charlie Kirk get his neck blown out. They did not like each other, Nick Fuentes and Charlie Kirk. So they had beef, apparently. As much beef as 2 freaking nerdy white guys could possibly have, I guess. But this kid followed Nick Fuentes and was really mad. Apparently, the Epstein files had something to do with it, too. Because Charlie Kirk started backtracking on the Epstein files, being like, oh, we're not going to talk about it anymore, all that. So the Epstein files has something to do with this. And then he just thought, which is crazy, that Charlie Kirk was not radical enough, which is fucking insane. That's insane. So that's why the kid killed him, apparently, allegedly. And he did not confess. I thought he confessed to his parents or something like that, but his dad apparently saw the picture. So that part of the story I cleared up. We're putting all the information together. I've been like, you guys, Mike, dude, I've been running this through my brain for all day long. I had a 4-hour drive, and all I did was think about why this happened. Like, there's some stuff that doesn't make sense to me, which I'm going to talk about when I get back. I'm going to do a whole episode on this incident, because there was hand signals from security, that obvious hand signals, baseball style signals from his security. Who were they signaling? And they did the signal like quite literally seconds before Charlie Kirk got shot. The second one, it just doesn't make any sense, is the old man. That old man that was trying to take the fall. The Groyper war has been going egg off Twitter. That's funny. Yeah, the Groyper war. I didn't know that was an actual thing, man. So, where was I at? So yeah, anyway, this kid thought Charlie Kirk was not, so he went down this Groyper rabbit hole, I guess, and got sucked into it. He seemed like a pretty normal kid. I mean, he's the usual MO. This is not something the left does. This is not something we do. Like, we don't want this right now. The 90% of the political violence, I think, over the last few years is committed by the right. I'm not going to say that there's no violence on the left, because there's extreme people on both sides, but on the MAGA side, like, we're dealing with religious extremists who do not, I mean, we're talking about, I don't want to say they're dumb. They're dumb. People are like, how can possibly MAGA understand the Bible? I know a lot of them like to throw out quotes and stuff like that, but a lot of them don't even read it at a 5th grade level. How could they possibly understand the Bible? I'm just so tired of them using Christianity, like saying you can be a shitty person all you want. You can fucking be racist and just literally trying to implement Nazi-style policies in the United States. That's what Charlie Kirk was all about. He was about recruiting. He made it look like he was debating people, but what he was really trying to do was an appeal. He was targeting young white men. Young white men is what they did. And that's Charlie Kirk's entire MO. He went to colleges. with the hopes of recruiting just a few at a time, naive, easily, impressionable young men, white men, because this is what this is. It's a white nationalist movement. That's why the video I made, that Mike made, because I'm glad you made that video, Mike, because I was so heated. I'm glad I did not get on YouTube and stream that day. I needed a couple days to calm down, because, dude, somebody sent me that video. Oh, the video, yeah, the title of the show that Mike did is, because this is the headline that should be all across the country. This is the only headline that explains what happened. White nationalist gets killed by white Trump supporter. I'm sorry, white nationalist gets shot by white Trump supporter while blaming black people for gun violence, because he was quite literally blaming black people for gun violence in America right before he got shot. So he was racist down to the end. But he's also the same guy that said it's necessary for there to be a few gun deaths every year, even if it's children, in order for us to have the Second Amendment. Charlie Kirk also said, if my daughter got raped, I would force her to carry it to term. I would not let her get an abortion. So they're out here talking about, he's such a good father and such a good person and a patriot. It's like, this makes me sick. This makes me sick. Oh, the vets are good, man. Everybody's chilling in the tent. It's actually pretty quiet today. I haven't seen many National Guard. I was under the impression that Trump was only allowed to keep the National Guard here 30 days without congressional approval. And I believe Friday was day 30. So if that's the case, then the Guard is quite literally here illegally. Just saying, you know what I mean? But again, Charlie Kirk, that's why they're awful quiet. Like, I got death threats. They immediately, like it was the same thing that happened to Trump when he got shot. If anybody still believes that bullshit. Because y'all saw what happened to Charlie Kirk's neck. I saw that video. Somebody sent me that video. I heard he got shot, and a friend of mine, Amanda, if you're watching, this is your fault. She sent me the video with no trigger warning and no pretext. She was like, Charlie Kirk got shot. I found out while I was playing video games. She sent me the video. I opened the video, and it's literally a close-up video. And it's 1 second, and then blam, and all I saw was blood gushing out of his neck. That shit traumatized me, man. That's not something easy to watch for anybody. And I honestly, I didn't feel any empathy for him, any sympathy. I didn't, because this is the world that he wanted. This is the world that he wanted. I like to remind everybody that even Adolf Hitler, there was like dozens of assassination attempts on Adolf Hitler by his own people. This is what these people do, man. Again, right on, right crime. Yeah, but it's good to be here, man. It's good to be back in DC. It's cool. People are letting me crash at their houses and stuff, so I'm kind of couch hopping a little bit. And I got a lot of plans, though. I want to do a live stream every day on YouTube. At least, if not, I mean, I should be able to do one every day. I want to do one in front of the Heritage Foundation, though, on the 17th. So that should be good. I got quite a bit that I want to talk about there. Because I honestly want to talk about it again. I want to compare the rise of Adolf Hitler to that of the rise of Donald Trump. And you guys tell me how similar they are. So if you guys want to talk about that or listen to that, that'll be on the 17th. And then I honestly don't know what's going on the rest of the week. Like, I'm not here for protests and to, like, there's not going to be a bunch of people around probably this time. I don't know what all is planned for the week. But I'm just here to participate in the veteran. Because as long as the military's here, the veterans are going to be here too. And so far, Donald Trump has backed off of trying to send troops elsewhere. As far as I know, he kind of wavering on sending them into Chicago and Maryland, as far as I know. If he sends them into Baltimore, I could probably go to Baltimore. It's not like an hour and a half from here. And it's actually on the way home. But I don't know. I think the show of force failed. Again, 90% of this is just them being bullies and hoping you back down. A lot of times when you don't back down to a bully, it kind of throws a wrench in their plans. But this threw a big wrench in their plans. They can celebrate Charlie Kirk all they want. And somebody on Facebook, actually, I don't know if me and Mike talked about this, but somebody on Facebook said exactly what I was hoping. She said, I didn't know anything about Charlie Kirk before this happened. And then I started seeing videos on social media, because immediately when they started celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, or not celebrating his death, but celebrating Charlie Kirk, people immediately started posting old clips of all the nasty, horrible things. And she said, I did not know about them. And she's like, I just pretty much don't understand why they're celebrating this guy. Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's good to see everybody. Yeah, and apparently my Charlie Kirk coverage hit a nerve. I'm probably on some kind of list at this point. Anybody out there is interested? This is something we can talk about. As you can see, I didn't really have anything planned for today. I drove 4 hours to get here, and I've been hanging out in the sun all day, so I'm kind of cooked. If you guys don't know, there is a website now. This is called domestic terrorism, what I'm about to describe to you. And yes, I have reported them to the FBI. I did that earlier today. Or no, I did it yesterday. I think I sent it out if you guys go on my Instagram, or if you're on YouTube, I believe I posted it in our community page. There's the right wing made a website in the last 2 days they did it. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, good. They made a website called Charlie's Murderers, plural.com. They are now attempting to dox left-leaning creators. Mike, I don't know if you're aware of this. This is something you should be aware of. Anybody out there who does content, anybody out there who just makes videos for fun and talks ill about Charlie Kirk, they now have a website where they're doxing creators on the left. They're putting every bit of information they can find online on this website. So people are getting death threats. Their jobs could be threatened, or their lives could be threatened. People are going to get killed because of these nut jobs on the right. And I'm tired of people saying, oh, the left is the one that's violent. We're not the ones making a goddamn fucking hit list. Go look on the internet when you're done here. I don't know if it's still up or not, because I have reported it to the FBI, and I hope everybody else does too, but it's charliesmurderers.com. You don't have to go to the website if you don't want to, but I would encourage you to look at it just so you understand what kind of people what we're dealing with here, okay? I want you to see these people for what they really are. They're monsters. They're nasty. They have no empathy. Like, they want us to have empathy when they treat us like shit. My theory is treat them like they treat minorities. Treat MAGA like MAGA treats marginalized communities, because that's what they deserve. That's what they deserve. What the Trump supporters don't understand now is they are the minority in this country. They are the minority in this country. And if they're going to treat, if they're going to treat other people the way they treat them, I don't see why we can't treat them and, return the favor. They should be shamed. They should be shamed into the freaking history books, into oblivion. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of this. I would love to be just for reporting on other stuff or having some fun or just playing video games and stuff, but no. Our reality right now is insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, looks like the shift changed for the troops. We got some National Guard showing up. It's definitely like last time you guys saw that shit, they had 2 big ass trucks over here and they were harassing us and stuff like that. Now there's nothing going on. There's barely any cops anymore. Like I said, man, it's really, for the fact that Charlie Kirk just got murdered and the biggest deal they made of it, it is extremely quiet in Washington, D.C. Oh, if you guys want to see something funny, on Facebook, on my Facebook account, I was streaming earlier. I almost got tased at the White House. I'm not even joking, y'all. I'm not even joking. Mike, you're going to fucking die if you're still watching, bro. They closed the public park, right? And there's yellow tape going across. I didn't think, I understand you're not supposed to go in there, but I didn't think it was like a security risk, or Jesus Christ. So this MAGA dude starts yelling and almost starts a fight with one of us, yelling about Charlie Kirk and all this stuff. And you know what I mean? He's one of those guys. And so trying to get a better view, all I did was hop over the fence, which was then not anywhere near the police line, but apparently you just don't go over that fence. So cops started coming over to me and looking at me and watching me and shit. And then they eventually left when they realized it wasn't a threat. But this guy, if you look at it, he had he actually printed it out on paper, right? It says, "I love Charlie Kirk. I heart Charlie Kirk." Yo, these straight fucking Christian MAGA dudes are sure in love with a lot of men, aren't they? Between Donald Trump and fucking, my God, bro. He printed it out and typed it up. He was like, I'm going to show everybody. Typed it out. printed out and took Scotch tape and just taped "I love Charlie Kirk" on the passenger window. So weird, man. So weird. So, but yeah, other than that, nothing really going on today. It's probably not going to be a really long stream. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and just let you know what was going on. If you have any questions or anything like that about what happened with Charlie Kirk, or, you know, just questions in general. I'm also thinking about doing a stream where I just kind of tell you guys about myself, because I don't really think I've ever told you guys like my whole story and life experience and stuff like that. I thought that might be a little bit cool. But I'll be here every day here in Union Station for the next week. And yeah, hopefully it's quiet, honestly. The quieter the better. The chaos is, I'm getting tired of the chaos. I don't know about you guys. So, yeah, division and social tribalism. Like, it's crazy. I just, watching people on, especially Facebook. Facebook is like the worst place in the world. But unfortunately, that's where I'm most popular. So the comments today, just on the if you want to see something crazy, go on the White House's Facebook page. Holy shit. The comments are insane. These people are truly brainwashed. Obviously, they're at war with themselves. The 17th, I'll be live streaming from the Heritage Foundation. We could probably do something. Let me see if I can figure out StreamYard on my phone. If I could do StreamYard on my phone, we could definitely do something. That would be fun. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. I'll be on location, but that doesn't really matter. I have my mic and stuff. I have to wear my earphone, maybe my earbuds or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If not, you guys can just take a break and enjoy yourselves. So, but I'll be streaming on every one of my platforms and editing videos and posting videos all week long. Maybe I'll go on a little scooter ride. The best way to get around DC is one of those electric scooters or bikes or whatever. It's cheaper than an Uber, and you can just ride around through traffic and stuff like that on the bike lanes. I like DC, man. I like it here. It sucks that it's being shit all over. Everything that I used to love about this place, they're just taking away. Now Arlington, come on, man. I visited Arlington when I was a kid. I have a relative on the Vietnam Wall, the Vietnam Memorial. One of my dad's cousins died in Vietnam. I'm like, all right. Yeah, grew up around here, man. It's just sad seeing it turned into Donald Trump's personal fucking golden palace. I'm actually surprised they suggested Charlie Kirk statues before Donald Trump statues, though. That's actually a surprise. Because you got that, yes, they did that. So they suggested Charlie Kirk statues. I'm pretty sure a Charlie Kirk national holiday is coming. I'm not even kidding. Like, you guys think that's crazy? That Charlie Kirk national holiday, man. I'm telling you it's coming. He's getting the presidential treatment. In Arlington, for fuck's sake, come on, man. Arlington? And the rotunda is typically, isn't that just reserved for presidents that pass? Isn't that like, that's the thing or something, like the tradition? Or something, like, this is fucking insane. And the whole, it's not verified yet. I'm working on that story. I've been almost spot on. I did post a video that ended up being the wrong person, so I ended up having to apologize for that on my Instagram Live. And I took the video down, and I apologize. Like, that's the thing with me and Mike. Like, we try and be as accurate as possible, but the amount of fucking media that we have to consume in order to get to the truth sometimes feels almost impossible. And then when you find the truth, it actually sounds even fucking crazier somehow than reality, or than fiction. How is that possible? Reality has become so much crazier than... It's to the point where when you tell somebody what's going on, they don't believe you. You can't walk up to your buddy at work who's not into politics and be like, look, dog, we got Nazis taking over the country. They're making concentration camps. We got homeless people disappearing off the streets. You know what I mean? I mean, they're going to see some of that, but you're going to sound like a crazy person to most people. That's why I used to avoid politics, because I used to think people sounded so crazy. But now I realize maybe I should have been involved with this a lot longer than this. But there was something else I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember. Like I said, my gummy's kicking, so my mind's kind of all over the place. I gotta drink something too. I got a headache. But no, I'm cool. It's just the Lolita Express #2. Any documents and crazy. They put the Epstein files in Kirk's casket. Donald Trump put the top secret documents in Ivana's casket. And they're going to put the Epstein files in Charlie Kirk's casket and just bury that shit. And be like, we don't know where they went. We can't find them. Dude, that's hilarious, Mike. You're an asshole. Dude, that shit is funny. I saw a meme that cracked me up. It's so fucked up, but it's so true. It says Charlie Kirk's shooting is the first, or Charlie Kirk's murder is the first school shootings Republicans ever really cared about. I mean, think about it. Even the one that happened with the kids that were praying, they don't even talk about that anymore. Jesus Christ, dude. And one of your own guys gets killed at a school, and now you care about the school shootings. Shut the fuck, get the fuck out of here. But no, they're panicking, because I don't know if you guys saw the video of Nancy Mace. She came out on TV like, the Democrats did this, they own this, they own this. And now she's like, oh, well, let's pray for the shooter. What? How did you go from the Democrats did it, Civil War, we're going to kill all of you, I'm paraphrasing and adding some stuff for fun, to pray for the shooter? What was his name, Tyler Robinson? That's literally what she went. Nancy Mace is the worst. To me, if you're truly a survivor of, I don't even, at this point, like, I don't want to say I don't believe her, but how can you be a survivor of sexual assault and try and be like a champion of survivors and all that stuff and then support pedophiles? How is that possible? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you support pedophiles as a sexual abuse survivor? To me, it's insane. It blows me away. I don't understand how any women support this. Like, honestly, it's confusing. It's truly weird watching, and I try and like really think like they do sometimes, because we're not dealing with rational people. Let's keep that in mind. We're not dealing with rational people. We're living in a very irrational society, a very extreme society. So we can't just sit here and try and rationalize everything these people do, because some of the shit just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So yeah, maybe I do sound like a conspiracy theorist sometimes, because I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna do. I don't want to be the channel that reacts only to what's happening. Do you know what I'm saying? And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Like, I was wrong about Gen Z. I thought Gen Z was going to save the day with democracy. And it turns out white men, Gen Z, really fucked us over. And it's thanks to people like Charlie Kirk. You know what I mean? It all goes back. It all goes back. So what was I saying, though? I forgot what I was talking about. Somebody put in the comments what the fuck I was just talking about. I'm scatterbrained today. I totally lost it. Come on, man, help me out. We're talking about Nancy Mace. I know we were talking. I forgot what we were talking about after Nancy Mace. I totally lost my train of thought. Was it Nancy Mace? Yeah. All right. Well, anyway. I just don't get her. I don't understand women, how women can support. And I mean, this is a pedophile ring. This is from Epstein all the way to Trump to a lot of rich people. Peter Thiel is in the fucking Epstein files, y'all. Allegedly, for legal reasons. I was like throwing that disclaimer in there because it's obviously I don't give a shit. But at the same time, I have to say it. Peter Thiel's in the Epstein files. A lot of powerful people who are now in control are in the Epstein files. They can't release them. Oh, and by the way, in case you guys didn't know, after Charlie Kirk got murdered and he was dominating social media, dominating the news, the Republicans were so concerned about it that they voted to block the Epstein files. Like, I'm starting to think that this was that what this was all about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I don't. That was your concern. Your boy just got his neck blown out in front of thousands of people, and all you guys cared about was protecting Donald Trump and the Epstein files. That's fucking insane. Like, that's your priority? Like, you didn't even get this guy. That guy's body wasn't even cold yet, and you guys are voting to block the Epstein files. You didn't even postpone it. It's like you took advantage of the situation to do it, so we weren't paying attention to it. So like we said before, you know, this is a nice distraction sacrificing one of your own to get the attention off the Epstein files, but that shit ain't going away. That's not going away. But I learned that, I did learn that a lot of the hardcore, especially men, MAGAs, which, again, you guys need to come out of the closet at some point, wanted Donald Trump. He was going to be the next Donald Trump. He was going to be the next Donald Trump. And I say that because Donald Trump's finished. He's weakened at Bernie's at this point. They're quite literally keeping him alive. You cannot tell me he didn't have a stroke at the 9/11 ceremony. JD Vance has the personality of a fucking wet sponge, and nobody likes his ass. His numbers are in the dumps. Even though they don't need to get power anymore, they can stay in power now. They still need somebody to control MAGA because they're the violent, crazy ones. Obviously, we just saw that. So my theory is that Charlie Kirk was being groomed to be president eventually after Vance takes over, because he can control MAGA. MAGA listens to, he probably has, other than Donald Trump, I think Charlie Kirk has the hearts and minds of the hardcore MAGAs. He's probably as close as Trump as far as popularity and people listening to him, and so I think that's what it is. I think it's why they're so upset. They were literally grooming him to be president one day to control the MAGAs, because I don't think JD Vance has what it takes to control this psychotic mob. I mean, they are quite literally domestic terrorists at this point. They called us that. They called us that. I got fucking death threats over Charlie fucking Kirk. I didn't do anything to Charlie Kirk. Never seen the guy. Never met the guy. But because I said bad things about him and pointed out the fact that he was just a raging, bigot, Nazi, fascist, pick your insert title here. You know what I'm saying? I got death threats. And I also got like freaking 15 million views between Instagram and Facebook in a day. I was not ready for that. My Charlie Kirk coverage fucking, because I spent 2 days pacing, angry. Every time I read one of their posts, dude, I went into like this rage. I mean, I obviously have the ability to control myself, but it gets to the point where like, you ever get so angry, like your adrenaline is pumping, like you can just feel it coursing through your veins. And you're to the point where you're just like, I can't take this anymore. Like, that's where I was at. Every headline, every fucking story. Oh my God, the left killed them. The Democrat trans people killed them. That shit, that was hard to deal with. First of all, watching them get murked, and then having us blamed for it immediately with absolutely no proof whatsoever. Absolutely zero proof. They didn't even have a picture of the guy yet, and they were saying it was the Democrats. For fuck's sake, dude. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, how could you not wait at least a couple days? The goddamn president of the United States is trying to call us the domestic terrorists. And unfortunately for him, it turned out to be a Nick Fuentes fan that took out what I believe to be their next president. I believe Charlie Kirk. You know how Mike and I have always said, like, Donald Trump is kind of like America's Hitler. In reality, the Heritage Foundation runs it. So essentially the Heritage Foundation, or the White Heritage Foundation, is Hitler. Think of the Heritage Foundation as Hitler. They're running everything. They're writing all the policies, executive orders, except for the dumb ones like Donald Trump, like the Golden Dome shit. That's definitely a Donald Trump idea. So, yeah, so think of Heritage Foundation as like the New Age Hitler. So we were thinking Donald Trump was good, but he's obviously on his way out. So they need a replacement. And I like to remind everybody that from the time Hitler took power to the time they started putting people in gas chambers and killing them by the millions was 9 years. We are doing everything the Nazis did in World War II Germany in 1930s. America is doing, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not trying to we don't call these people Nazis because we're trying to be slanderous. We call them Nazis because that's what they want to be. This entire movement is modeled after 1930s Germany. This entire fucking movement. 1930s and 1940s Germany. That's what they want to be. So we're not, you know, oh, they're rhetoric. No, it's not rhetoric, it's factual. You know what I mean? If we're not trying to be like, but you know, we have to call this out, because if we continue this attitude of, well, like every time you say something about like alligator Alcatraz to MAGA, they're like, well, there's no gas chambers in there. What do you think happened? Do you think like Adolf Hitler took power and then just automatically started building gas chambers right away and murdering people? I mean, he did, not gas chambers, but started murdering people, but it took 9 years. So if we don't address this now and try and be proactive, like I said before, I want to be proactive, so trying to read between the lines and figure out what's really going on or what could possibly happen next. Like trying to come up with scenarios that are feasible, not sound too crazy, based on the evidence we have, is difficult. And it gives me a headache. You know, because I don't like being wrong. It's one of my pet peeves. I get mad at myself when I'm wrong, even though I know you can't be right all the time. But I'll admit when I'm wrong. Try and have integrity, like Tegrity Farms. Yeah, they didn't do a South Park episode. Oh my God. Oh, they're blaming South Park too now. Yeah, Trump supporters are blaming South Park because because Eric Cartman made fun of Charlie Kirk. They're saying that's why. They're also saying why on YouTube, this guy named Johnny Manarino or Joey Manarino or some bullshit like that, he's blaming it on the college because the kid got a college education. That is what radicalized him, and that's what they were saying, right? And I posted on Twitter. I don't post often on Twitter, but when I do, it's like it's because I can't take it anymore. I'm like, you mean to tell me that a person goes to college to get smarter, they automatically turn into a sniper? Like, is that what happens? Because last I checked, college has books, classrooms, and teachers, just like every other school you've attended your entire life. But they're trying to say that because he went to college, that he was indoctrinated into liberal ideology, and that's what forced him to kill Charlie Kirk, which is fucking hilarious, because the kid went to college, I believe, in Utah, right? Which is like the whitest state in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, how liberal could any college, like, seriously. Give me 1 second here. Seriously, how liberal could a college in Utah be? I can't even imagine. Like, I bet you liberal arts colleges in Utah are still conservative. So they're trying to blame it on education, which is fucking crazy. They're literally, and Charlie Kirk was a college dropout going to colleges telling kids why getting an education is stupid. That's what they want, man. They don't want you to go to college because they know statistically people that go to college more than likely vote Democrat. Statistically, not all the time. So they're saying because they go to college, they turn into some liberal Democrat, blah, blah, blah. Narrow-minded fools. And most of the people that are telling you this have a college education. J.D. Vance has a college education. Even Donald Trump, even though he paid for it and was one of the worst students that one professor's ever had, you know what I mean? Even he has a college education. So where are the liberal indoctrinations coming from? The argument falls so fucking flat, but it's obvious that there's a very extreme part of MAGA that we should worry about. These are people that we should be concerned about. Like I said, they're making an actual hit list right now of left-wing creators. I could be on there right now. I haven't checked today. I checked it yesterday, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. So we do have a very serious, obvious domestic terrorist problem. Think Al-Qaeda, only Christian. Because that's what they are. They're just religious extremists. That's all they are. Okay, they're misusing the religion, just like Israel misuses Judaism. You know what I mean? Zionism is not Judaism, just like MAGA Christians are not Christians. because they don't live by the teachings of Jesus. They don't. They just think that if they believe hard enough and wish and hope and go to church on Sundays, they can be complete shit people in this plane of existence. And I made a video about this earlier. Like, I don't know much about the Bible, but I do know in the Bible it does say that if you reject me, this is not verbatim because I don't do Bible quotes, but if you reject me, you reject the one who sent me. Yeah, I think I say if you reject me, then you reject the one who sent me. Jesus was a hippie. Jesus was a socialist. Jesus fed the hungry, you know, took care of homeless people, fucking healed the sick, turned water into wine. You know what I mean? Jesus was a liberal. And you don't live by the teachings of Jesus, which means you have rejected him. Which by your own religion, if you have rejected the teachings of him, you have rejected God himself, which means you are going to fucking hell, you morons. But you think that if I just sit on my knees and fucking talk to the imaginary people in the sky, that I'm gonna be awarded an eternal afterlife, even if my actions get people killed, or pedophiles. These are pedophiles who think they're going to heaven. Do you think Adolf Hitler's in heaven? Because if that's the case, like if MAGA's going to heaven, I'm going to fucking hell. I will volunteer to go to hell. I spent enough time with MAGA on this plane of existence. You could not fucking pay me to spend the afterlife with them as well. There's no way. I know atheists that live more by the teachings of Jesus. People that don't even believe in God who live more by the teachings of Jesus than actual MAGA Christians. All right, so let's review. I don't know why I got on the religion topic, but it's been on my mind today. So Jesus fed the hungry. Republicans are taking food stamps away from millions of people. Jesus healed the sick. Republicans are taking Medicaid away from millions of people. Jesus would house the homeless. Republicans are literally rounding homeless people up like they're animals. And this Fox News commentator should be fucking fired over this. I don't know if you guys have seen this clip, but this guy actually said that they should just give homeless people involuntary lethal injections. If you haven't seen the clip, please Google it. It is worth a watch. This dude said that shit on Fox live television. I don't know how to process that. A newscaster, news anchor, whatever they're called, saying that homeless people should just get lethal injection. Involuntary, like you would volunteer for it. But basically round them up and kill them because they have no use to society. That's Nazi shit. That's Nazi shit. That is 100% fucking Nazi stuff. That shit makes me sick to my stomach. And they're calling Charlie Kirk the freaking, they're comparing him to Martin Luther King. They're calling him a civil rights leader. For civil rights for white people? That's not even all white people, just the white people that believe in the same crazy fucked up shit that you do. You don't even like liberal white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, for who are you doing this for? You're not helping. Nothing Donald Trump has done since he took office has helped anybody. Except for himself. He's getting rich hand over fist. But he has not done a single thing. None of his policies, like I don't care if you're one of those, oh yeah, deport everybody, blah, blah, blah. He's not done anything to help you. Even if he is deporting people and you're happy about that, what is he doing for you? He's actually using our tax money that could go to stuff like universal health care and universal income and stuff like that. But no, we're spending billions of dollars on deportations and rounding people up like they're animals. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy to me. We could have so much better. It just sucks, man. Living through this sucks. I never thought we'd be in this position. Hey, Fontucky, thank you so much. Oh, speaking of which, it reminds me, if you guys are interested at all in supporting this I'm gonna be here for a week, so I do need to raise a little bit more money if possible, maybe like a couple $100. I do have my GoFundMe information in the link tree, which is on our bio. I don't know why I can't talk all of a sudden. It's in the description of the video too. Or you can do Cash App. I have my Cash App in there as well. But yeah, other than that, I appreciate you guys' help. So I'm just really glad that I'm here again. Hopefully it'll be a quiet week. There won't be too many incidents. All it takes is one Trump supporter to start some shit. And that always happens, like a random one walking by and like, fuck you liberals or whatever. And then all you gotta do is tell them they protect pedophiles and they walk away usually. That's what you do. That's what you guys do. That's what the Republican Party is. They protect the child predators. For years they were talking about protect the kids, and now they're literally voting to keep secrets of actual pedos. That shit's wild to me. That shit is so wild to me. I'm actually been on for longer than I thought. I got a headache. Do you guys have any questions or anything like that?
We're trying to figure out like how are they going to have like a...
No, see, that's the thing. Why I have a very deep relationship with God, I guess you could say. But I'm a deist. Like, I believe in God. I just don't believe in religion. But religion plays into my story. I actually got baptized and all that stuff, and through my process, I actually realized that I just don't believe. I think religion has not evolved at all. It's been translated so many times. Chances are we're not even reading. It's like the telephone game. You know what I mean? I feel like religion is a good source of inspiration. I feel like religion can be a good source of hope, especially in dark times. I mean, prayer makes people feel better. However, there are also people like MAGA, like Al-Qaeda, like any religious extremist group that you can think of, the Zionists in Israel, where they use religion as a weapon. And that's been the case throughout history. There's always been good Christians and there's always been bad Christians. It's the same thing with every religion, but it's religious extremism is what we're dealing with right now, which is crazy.
No, it was.
And I'm sorry, but no, you're not going to heaven. I hate to break the news to you. You can think you are all you want, but if you're literally voting for people that are, I don't understand it. Like I said, like you're going against everything Jesus stood for. Supposedly, I don't know. Like I've not read the Bible. I don't know. I don't understand people that can like quote Bible verses. Like, how do you know that? How many times have you read this book that you could just quote random Bible verses, like for every single occasion? Like that blows me away. Yeah, like so there's good Christians and bad Christians, just like there is with every religion, just like there is with every group. You know what I mean? There's people that are a little bit extreme on the left as well, but there's a way more extreme on the right. I don't think there's anything extreme enough on the left to even compare to how extreme the right is. I mean, they're literally sniping each other. Donald Trump almost got killed by a Republican twice. You know what I'm saying? Literally twice. And now a third time, Charlie Kirk killed by a Republican who thought Charlie Kirk was not extreme enough, which is insane. But Nick Fuentes is a true anti-Semite, Nazi, white nationalist. He admits it. He's openly proud about it. So, but no, it sucks that this had to happen, but in the end, I think it'll just show how insane this entire movement is. Because a lot of people saw this. People that are not involved in politics probably saw Charlie Kirk's neck get blown out on social media. They could have been scrolling on TikTok. Well, on TikTok, it was fucking everywhere. I don't know how they got these videos up. It was on Facebook, so you scroll in Reels or something like that, and all of a sudden, pow, you see Charlie Kirk get his neck blown out. So people that did not know anything about Charlie Kirk now heard the name Charlie Kirk. And then they started hearing MAGA be like, he was assassinated by the other side, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, they're seeing the madness now for the first time. The madness that they've been ignoring. And now they're finding out when in reality, he was killed by his own people. Like I said, White nationalist gets shot by white Trump supporter while blaming gun violence on black people. That should be the only headline that's running in the news right now. And by the way, you guys know where the trans ideology bullshit came from? The manufacturer's stamp for the round, which are usually on the bottom, like around the primer on the bottom of the bullet, right around that little rim there, said TRN. It was the manufacturer's stamp. TRN is what they put on the round when they make them. But because it said TRN, they immediately, hi, baby. Sorry, dog. I immediately go into, that's my buddy's back. Sorry, there's been dogs here this time, Mike. You would love it. But if you guys have any questions for me that you can think of, like I said, I'll be here all week. I'll be on every day. I don't know if it's going to be very exciting. I'll try and think of some other stuff to do if there's not any. There's usually a lot of activity and something going on that I can record or live stream or something like that. So I'll make sure you get some good footage for you guys. And again, don't forget, I'm supposed to meet with Brandy, who's been on our show a couple times. You guys probably remember with Election Truth Alliance. There's supposed to be something going on, and I can't remember where she said. I can't remember if she said Wilkes-Barre or somewhere. I can't remember where she said. I'm supposed to meet with Brandy it's some ETA thing going on in Pennsylvania, and we're supposed to meet up and watch that. And then again, I'm going to New York City to meet with Mike next month for the next No Kings protest. So we're hoping to see thousands, tens of thousands, millions. Hoping to see millions of people in the street again, like last time. That's what happened last time. Especially after all this, we just have to show them that we're not afraid. Okay, at this point, it's obvious. Yes, they are dangerous. Yes, there's an insane part of this, but a lot of them are just talk. Like, most of them just back down. They're just emboldened right now by the current administration. Yeah, if on Tucky, money is the root of all evil. It is. I can say that because I've done shitty things to get money before. Money will make you do dumb things. But being poor will make you appreciate life a little bit better, I think. So, There's been so many nice dogs. Oh, you know what? Before I go, let me take this tripod off. I'll show you who else here. Let me see who else is still here. I've been over here talking for almost an hour now. And you think about taking the thing off the camera. All right, so who we got?
He just posted a picture of like some fucking briefs and a hand whiteface. I'm doing whiteface.
All right, got King Triv. Oh, let me see if I can get this right. There we go. Jay's around here somewhere. Yeah, Jay's in the back.
Wait, what?
Oh, the dog water.
Yeah, like the water. If you go next door,
So yeah, here's the tent. Again, I'll give you a little tour.
But yeah, it's
And it's the end of the day, so it's died down quite a bit. And then this is the flare tent. If you guys I didn't know this, but flare's nationwide. So if you guys, I don't know if they have a website or what they do, but they organize and help direct people to protests that are happening here in the area. So there's always something going on with the protest scene here in DC. And we got some pretty cool signs too. But honestly, I think that, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of all this. It was hard to process. It took me a couple days to really process what happened.
I would have bought another kit, but I'm like,
You know, I've seen a lot of shitty stuff lately. I've seen a lot of freaking babies with arms and legs missing. Saw a video of a kid with his head missing, top of it. So I've seen a lot of shitty stuff lately. But though, seeing it just happen, that's enough to shock everybody. I was shocked. It took me a while to process it because that was a lot. Imagine that's traumatizing for most people to see shit like that. So yeah, I understand why some people are upset, but blaming us for the whole thing was ridiculous and careless and dangerous. Dangerous.
what?
I mean, you get more people killed with that kind of rhetoric. You know what I mean? Blaming people without evidence for something as big as that. It was like exactly when Donald Trump got shot. They immediately blamed us. They wanted it to be us. It's like they have this sick bloodlust or some shit. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. It's weird, it's creepy, and it's got to stop. So, anyway, real quick, let me do one more little loop here. If you guys want to go to the website, you can.
Unfortunately, TikTok keeps
It's on the roster. If you guys are in the area, stop by and say hello. I don't know if anybody's going to be in DC in the next few days. I'll be here all week. Union Station every single day and getting in as much as good trouble as possible. So, yeah. So I'm going to end right there. I guess that was a pretty good show considering I didn't have anything planned. I will be back on tomorrow, and hopefully it stays quiet for a couple of days in the news because honestly, I need a break. So, love all you guys. Thank you so much. If you can, share this video just to get the word out. Also, if you haven't already, you can go to my Instagram. Almost at 10,000 followers on Instagram, which is crazy. Crazy. I don't understand what's going on with my social media, but it's weird. Having people walk up to me like, yeah, I see you on social media all the time. Like, that's fucking strange, man. I'm still getting used to that. But anyway, have a good rest of your day. Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Something about Israel. They said something about the Israel. The Bishop did one of those like uppity